Yeah, it's the consistency for me. It's not like I have a choice. We need to move, and I'm chilling here wearing a Vegas Bono. It is hot. It's just too much. It's just too much. But let's get into it on today's video. I told you 4 videos to go, 4 topics to go. All right, so I'm shaming the devil, I'm shaming him and his baddies. I'm being consistent. I'm trying, guys. The heat is heating, the pregnancy is pregnanting, so I'm really fighting the circumstances. So welcome to video number 2, and today's topic was submitted by Be Natural Me. Be Natural's Me topic was about life after depression, stagnation, the works, and everything else you can imagine. So let's get right into it on today's video. I am Poverty with the advocate of Idlozi, and once again I welcome you to my channel, and thank you so much for choosing to view this video. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, I suggest you do so by clicking on the subscription button and also heading down to the notification button so that you are notified every time you receive, or rather there is new content on the channel. Don't also forget to like this video, comment as much as you can, and interact with me because I love your interaction. I love your feedback. But before we get into today's video, guys, we have hit another, I wouldn't say it's a milestone. We have achieved 65,000 organic YouTube subscribers. I am proud of myself. Looking back at where this channel started and where we are today, it has been nothing but grace. Everybody knows out here in the streets, you can be big as a Facebook celebrity, you can be an Instagram celebrity or a Twitter celebrity, but when it comes to YouTube will humble you. YouTube will humble you. You'll come here with your 100K following, and then you get to YouTube and you only have 3 subscribers. Do you know the efforts you have to walk, the miles, the blood, the sweat, the tears you have to put into investing into a YouTube channel? Guys, it's not easy. Ngibe omunye walabo bazalwane labo obeyibambile iBhayibheli nini ngayilahla ngathi manje sengiyaphahla ngabuya futhi ngathi iBhayibheli lami ibuya kimi. I mean, YouTube is not for the faint-hearted. You need to do this genuinely because you love this and this is what you want to do, and you know the potential and the advantages, or rather, I don't know why I'm advising you so much. I just wanted to sound so, you know, young, understand. I just wanted to sound like those people. But I'm just kidding. So YouTube requires a lot of dedication. I've seen channels come and go. I've seen people start channels and leave them hanging there with 2 or 3 videos. YouTube is a lot of effort, guys. I think once you crack the YouTube planet and crack everything around it, it becomes so much easier to actually carry your channel. So yeah, it's a lot. So I actually am humbled. I really appreciate every subscriber, be it a subscriber that is an organic one, that is here genuinely because they love the brand being Poor Badimu outside everything else, because I think YouTube is where I'm at my purest. I'm at my most me. This, you can never get any part of me that's so, you know, so what's the word I'm looking for, like there's nothing to fake here. So I think I really appreciate that from people that have been here from day 1 till today, and the love is still growing. Yes, when I started my YouTube, it was a lot of back and forth in terms of also our Sangoma societies. Some were like, look at this baddie teaching things on the tube. You come here now, so now my enemies, I'm a competition. Now you have people imitating your channel, imitating you. I don't want to lie, me starting this channel was more of a spiritual validation, and also a spiritual message I received from my people, because they saw the passion in me to love teaching. So I think having this platform really allowed me to open up myself and be here. And what better place than to be in the comfort of your own home, switch on your phone or your camera and take a video of yourself expressing yourself, because to me this is not just about teaching but also a form of healing for myself, because I come here and I watch my videos as well and I find certain answers that I need in terms of life in general. You know, it's not that it's about you all the time, it's about all of us, because we're a family. I have tried to have someone to shoot my content, and I did try to explain to them that, you know, when I'm in my zone, I don't like having people around me. I just want to be alone so I can do what I do. So especially when I'm in the Dao era, literally I just need to be by myself and shoot my content and get it out to you. But thank you so much for your love and support. Literally this I think is the second Dao I think I've had since Intwasa, because the original Dao, I'll show you the original Dao, but it's somewhere here in the Numba. Okay, it's somewhere here. Just that one has been on the wall for a long time. So I did try, but it's not me. This is me. This is me. When you think a Bai in the back, you just think of Mpwabadima. I tried to add different ones, but I'll just play around the Dao. So let the Dao go. Right now it's on Davocation, it's resting, it's having its tequila, it's not that hectic, but as you can see, the love is neutral, the protection, the everything that will always be around me. Whenever I see this guy in my dream, I'm like, alo wena, itagu mama wena, itala mamuiza wena, uelo yenza wantu kitina baba no babeli. Anyway guys, let's get into today's video before I run off. Okay, so talking about life after Ipehlo, the stagnation, the end. So I think the selection of conversations that we are going, I just don't want us to be like we are just picking things. So I just am led by the Spirit and I just select your comments, and that is why we settled with Be Naturals comment, and I think it's a perfect step from yesterday's conversation. And before I forget, please hug yourself and kiss yourself right now. We're doing so well. 65K, I can't believe that. So in terms of today's topic, it makes more sense because yesterday we were speaking about navigating the life of spirituality and, you know, support system and everything else. So today I'm talking to you, Sangoma, or whoever you are. You are called, you have a spiritual journey. Mam Sebeleti, Mam Porofiti, Mam Speiti, Mam Dorofina, Mam whatever. Where else you have a journey that awaits you and you have to go on with your spiritual journey, this video is for you. So when it comes to life after Ipehlo, it's normally a day, or rather a time one looks forward to. Especially with your life, you're like, now I'm done. Muktwasa, F you Kobela, F everyone, F you Mbande. I'm now going back to my life, you know. And you literally are like, I wish you knew. I wish you guys knew that outside I'm such a baddie, but anyway, I'm going out there to live my best life. And I think also these are the type of conversations that I wish our spiritual mentors had with us. The Ipehlo is very, very hard. So I want to put you in this mental state of, you just found out that you are so and obviously you must be fatigued or wherever you were staying, and now you're going home and they take you home and they leave you home and bakshiya nemiyalo, yeah, sangoma, yeah, asfebi, sangoma, this. They will tell you all these lengthy things. I don't know ngempande zenu bayenza kanjani, but with my mpande. So they will tell you all these things. They will tell you, do this, do that. Then they're like, figure yourself out, blah, blah, blah. Now it's the start of a new chapter for yourself. But in all reality, I think that's when reality hits the most. I will share 5 seconds of my story. When they left me home to now start a new life, that is when it finally sank in that I am alone. Because remember, you are dependent on your gobela, you are dependent on other initiates. Nivuga nonke, nikwaza nonke, nishayipulu nonke, yonke into nje niyenza nonke. But immediately when you are left home, you now start to see that you are independent. And you need to start being independent. And all you have with you literally is umtuntu wakho, ishoba lakho, and nobuhlalo bakho basically. And now it's where you now start applying the theory, the practicals that you have learned ephehlweni to now your everyday life. Because trust me, this routine life yasephehlweni every day ukuvuka ngo-3 or 12, it's literally a training to prepare you mentally, physically for your new life. They are literally making you try to adapt. So good, see, this is who you are moving forward. Life will never be the same, and this is how we are as a people. But the only disadvantage is that you're not sat down and spoken to, and you are not yet being honest. Because I think in like they can never really sit down and relate to you. And even laba abathosekala kunawe, they can never be matured enough to say, listen, this person is going out there to the world. Listen, this is what you need to expect. Instead, all their focus is melu skuqele, melu wenzeni. And honestly, you know what? This is the type of healing space I want to create for my spiritual kids moving forward. I think, you know what? I will try and incorporate as much of myself into my healing work, especially Twasa. There is nothing as sensitive like Twasa, because it's a whole 360 turn. Sometimes uza kule mpilo lena and agazi next literally nothing, you know. So coming back to our discussion, so first of all, I want to speak about your life, your health, or rather mental health. I'll start with that. When you leave iphehlo, there's a lot of adjustment to do, because trust me, the traumas we go through ektaseni, they can never leave you. The things we experience, they can never leave you, and some with them scar you for life. So it's important to actually take some time to breathe and actually digest everything that has happened or has happened to you. Because what I normally am against, I'm against with someone that's gonna say abantu. You are healing from a point of trauma. The healer needs healing. So that's why after ubuye kuthwaseni fuze uzinze. Thina ngazi nisibizani, but thina sithi fuze uzinze. That is when it's like you are immersing, or rather marinating yourself in your gift, in your spirituality, in who you are, so that you can identify where you fall under. Kunabantu that know that bathwasile, that they've never experienced the love or the connection or communication of idlozi between them throughout that whole period of uktwasa. And literally when you come out, that is the beauty of it, that now you are able, because amayamadlozi awafani namayamadlozi, guys. They can teach you kwaza. But you are just imitating what everyone is doing. You don't know the feeling of ukvuga idlozi. You don't know the feeling of being you don't know. You understand? So it's a lot of adjustments that you need to go through. So that is why I say it's like graduating from university. Let's say you have graduated and blah blah blah, and And jiggy jiggy kusasa wena so we engineer njani, because now you need to at least get some, you know, form of learning. When's a mistake, engineer wrong, if you're a doctor, like kunezinto mele undlule kuzo, so that you can perfect your career, you can perfect the title that you wear, you can be better at it, you can go job hunting, you can discover that, oh, within the engineering sphere, mina I am good in sound engineering, or mina I am good in chemical engineering. Because what happens is that you get taught to do all these things, like ukushaya mathambo, ukwenzani. I have no like hard feelings to anyone or matambo, but I always say the biggest trick is to learning to consult and read someone with your energies, with your third eye. That is like the biggest thing I say, because what happens, you are put in a space and you don't have itambo. Don't rely on the physical things, because it was like you can't touch it, but it is in you, it is in who you are. Don't let someone make you feel like your connection to Idlozi Lako is reliant on the material things. That is why I when I see people panicking, I'm like, okay, yes, you can be angry at those things, but can they do anything to you? Because literally they haven't touched your lozi. They won't do anything to your lozi. But we're gonna get to that in other topics in the future. So with that being said, you have ufundiswa mathambo, ufundiswa imithi. Literally you get taught all these different things to use by being an engineer. We engineering a title, you are just an engineer. Okay, let me just use the word let me just use the word engineer. It makes more sense, because mangzoti doctor like, understand, you're an engineer. So now, being an engineer that you are, you get all these tools. All these tools allow you to fit in all these fields of engineering. You can go into sound, you can go into electrical, you can go into mechanical, you can go into technical, you can go into scientifical, you can go to tactical, you can go into all these spheres. But now you don't know, Akira, because you have a Kobela that is with you 24/7 until they leave. Now you have to deal with you being you. You have to discover that which field do I fall under? Which field, which faculty do I fall under? Especially my engineer. Yes, I'm an engineer, but which engineer? I'm an electrical. I'm a sound engineer, or I'm a you know, Mpepo engineer. You need to discover all those things. So how you discover those things? While uzinzile uzithola uzifunda ukuthi wena ngedlozi ubani. So I call this a spiritual gap year. It's very important. You can take 6 months, you can take 8 months. It's up to you. I advise it. It is good for you, because you need to restructure your life. Because remember, apart from being this engineer thing, you left Wayotwasa. 80% of us as Hambile Sayotwasa, we left our lives in shambles, literally. When I tell you that I left Ngahamba Ngayotwasa being na 2 rand, like 2 being na 2 rand in my life. So literally I had nothing to my name, zero. You understand? Abanye, it's worse. They quit their jobs, they sacrifice a lot. You leave your marriage, like it's a lot of things that happen. So let's cut to zinzile. You are not trying to reconstruct your life, because I don't want to lie to you. People that are gonna tell you that it's like me going to be like somewhere, or maybe going on a show and I'm promised everything, and literally you go there thinking it's all glitz and glam, to only find out that there's nothing. It's not like that. You need to work twice as harder because you were on that show. So hint hint. So my point to you is that even Nongabawi Sangoma, you don't come out and then miraculously doors open. It's like everything has been put around you, but you work twice as harder. You don't, like I always say this, as a healer, the biggest rule to life is that you don't live your life manipulating the laws of life. You don't live your life being a magician to life. You go through life. Like I said in the previous video, that everything is a collection of your life's experiences. So abanye abantu have to rebuild izinto zabo from scratch. Maybe abanye indumba zabo bakhe ngikoloto, like guys kuningi, maybe nemali kagobela uyakolota. So literally you need to take some time out to yourself before you can say you're working on people. You are now focused on the pressures of having clients. Don't ever be pressured into thinking that because utwasile now there needs to be a streamline of people outside. Literally, you don't know what sphere of engineering you fall into. Kuzoza ubabu jegorondo onenkinga eso, because literally once you have matured, you mature like fine wine. Even the type of clientele you have is aligned to the type of faculty you are under. Maso kulile ngogedlozi, trust me, you always attract clients with a similar that's why I say look at your life's journal, look at your healing journal. It's important to get your practicals on the road. So when I say practicals, I don't mean make mistakes on people, but you get yourself uyazithola. That's when manje so bega pants ubuhlalo bempande so qala manje ubhekana nempande kuyidlozi lakho. And that is the hardest truth people don't want to hear. Being codependent is your biggest downfall as a sangoma, because we have our gobela, I call them helicopter gobelas, that don't want you to find your feet, that will always mentally block you to thinking that without you referencing to me or relying on me, you cannot usebenze endumeni yakho. And that's utter bullshit. You trained me, the physical me, but awuthwasisanga idlozi lami. Can we say this together? Uma uyothwasa kusuke kungayanga ukuyothwasa idlozi lakho, kusuke kuyothwasa wena. Idlozi lakho lidala ithongo, lidala idlozi. It's coming to guide you, align you, give you knowledge. And jigi idlozi lakho selizothwasa kimi njani. How did we get there? That's what people don't understand. That's why power hungry gobelas will always make you feel like you were nothing. You were something before you went laphe twaseni. They just had to mold you. Your ancestors basically trusted that person enough to say you can mentor, shape, mold this person to carry our gift. Okunye nokunye sizokwenzela. That is why uzothola abanye abantu ngizokubekisela ngami mina. I'm like ngisangoma ne, but when it comes to ubungoma bami, I literally go the other way. I don't know how I put it. I go the I go the other way, because I say this a lot, but because it was a rite of passage, but literally I go the other way. Shit, I don't know how to explain this to you, but once I stepped out of the comfort zone of ipehlo and everything, and I allowed my idlozi to now start working with me, because literally, once you allow that beauty happening, utwasiswa now idlozi lakho. So don't make someone agathinta umuntu make you feel less of a person. No, indlela yobungoma inama stages wayo. Kunendlela yentwaso yakho nomuntu ozobe ugobela ekulekelele. The reason why you need ugobela, because 80% of us, we are rebellious, asifuna ukuthwaseni. So you need someone ozokufaka endleleni athi hamba manje yothwasa. And then after thwaseni, so ungene ephehlweni manje uzinzile, angisho sazinzile, ungene ephehlweni ledlozi lakho. Lapho ke idlozi lakho sedila ngawe. That is where some people, it's a make or break situation. Some people end up batholi ilwane, basebenza ngeilwane, because now that depending on idlozi is not easy. Waiting on idlozi to give you a go ahead, you can wait your whole life. And then you find ukuthi there are some people that actually make that test. Umuntu mbona ukuthi lo vele idlozi likhona ngempela, isangoma ngempela, and lo muntu lona, you know. So that's why I say singathwasa sibe 100, but the real truth starts umusuphekwa idlozi lakho. That make it or break period, is not easy. That is when you get to see the sangoma from the sangowi. Literally, that's where you start to see the differences. So all of us sing atwasa tio tio, hi mama, baba ud, hey ay gasha gavuta siavum shaya wena siavum me. We can do all of that, but the crux of the matter comes after ipehlo, and now you are one-on-one with idlozi lakho, and that's when you realize ukuthi yaganyiwa manje, la ganyiwa lana akusiga dumpling and cupcakes, la ganyiwa. So literally there is a lot of things that happen after you leaving ipehlo. I can go on and on, you know me, ne? But I'll touch on what I need to touch on today. So abanye need to rebuild relationships, abanye need ukuthi bayovela emisebenzini, and also there is this thing. That's why I say you must take time to get to know yourself, because you are now this new person. Remember, uphiwe igama elisha edlozini, uphiwe igama elisha. Umuntu mumxoxela ukuthi yazi uDimpho nonkomo yahlaba, or rather nonko, they are two different people. One will never understand because they are not there. They don't see. This is closed. It's like this. They will not see. But once you understand that those are two different type of people, and you left ephahlweni being umpho. No, you left to go ephahlweni being umpho, who's going to fetch her crown, being unkomo yahlaba, and now you leave ephahlweni being unkomo yahlaba, who's now trying to incorporate mpho into her life. Ooh, I go say tricky. No tricky. So it becomes a lot to bear. It becomes a lot to digest, and you get lost in all of those things. That's why a lot of people go deep into depression. I am a victim of that. That's why you feel your life is stuck. That's why ganti uyashishiliza ukuze umisindumba, it's no pap and place gogo. Ukumisindumba kusukuhamba ngetolo noma ukubhodla noma ukubhema isniff. Ukumisindumba kunezinto zakhona. On top of that, I don't know, Shem. Umisindumba will test you and trial you and tribulate you until you feel. So that's why I need to, many are called but few are chosen. I'm so sorry to use this line, but I want it to sink in, because singathwasa si 10 kodwa 2 izangoma injalo nje ayijikile nto leyo. So kuningi bantwana bedlozi. So literally that's literally what I want you to get in your head, that the spiritual journey is a journey to self-discovery. Akuna like to us, I must so when so ufigilo achieve konke. Ukuthwasa kupheli sangoma. Uthwasa usangena, uthwasa uphuma, uthwasa uqedile, uthwasa ulele, uthwasa uyitshela ukuthi ya manje senginafi. Literally ngina 7 years ngikule game le. Ngisathwasana namhlanje. Kuzofika isikhathi la uya retire khona uthi yazi nina amadlozi ngicela nithathe ne pension fund. Like ziyabuya. We understand when it is ziyabuya. Carrying the crown, carrying ukuthwala. That's why I need to ukuthwala lokuthala kethi lokhu. Must so understand ukuthi kunjani kunemigomo nemibandela. Guys, kunzima. Angifuna ukutshela manga, mina I will not lie to you and sell you roses. It is not easy. That is why mangibona ingane ezincane ezithwasile ngithi oh nana puncho nunus gazi yozala nkomoni, because in our right mind the spirituality has become so commercialized, and also mentally to that young person, what is it doing to them? Imagine I was 22 mangthwasa, but literally the after effects lived with me for a good, hey, they lived. Today I can tell you about my journey without crying. I couldn't speak about my journey. I couldn't talk about it. So it is a lot. It is a lot that I need you to take in. So it's these conversations that we don't have enough as healers that we need to talk about, that It's okay to take your time, because nathi as ama-healers sisuke sizifakele pressure. The biggest thing you can do to yourself, utubuye ekuthwaseni ufune ukubheka ema-social media ufane nogogos bani ufane nomphwabadimu. Don't do that to yourself. You don't know ngambe ngaze ngafika to the point of where I am at today. You don't know the sacrifices, the blood, the sweat, the tears. You don't have an idea. You also cannot, I always say this, when you look at someone else and start to compare yourself to them, honestly, because how can you compare your gift to someone else's gift? And they have their own things, you got your own things going on for you. So how do you even get there? How do we even get there? The pressure is a lot. The pressure is a lot, but you need to be able to move within the pressures of those things and find really who is you. Because I think once you navigate and find out who is you, there's such things like stagnation and such things like feeling stuck and all of those things you will never succumb to. You will never succumb to. When expect they testing your resilience. Are you here because you are here because we called you, or you here because you're making us? Don't ever think when either. Hey guys, I mean, I don't know how you guys do it. Like, I look at myself today and I'm like, now that I'm talking about this, it's like been a lot. I don't want to lie. But we move. I can just say, we understand? So don't be fooled thinking that it's not even. Don't be fooled. That one is advertisement, is the socials. It's not even that deep. When you have to sit down and really understand, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is so the biggest thing you can do to yourself is also fall trapped to these people that are going to tell you that literally leave those people. This is your journey. If if whatever, keep it moving, because anya kuzwakat uzothwasa ka 50 baloko bathi shoda umpolo yita shoda utokolana shoda mina ngazi bengisonke ngithanga ngihlala nabantu abayingeke hayi wena kushoda ini kushoda ngithi mangabe ziyashoda ugogo uzaziphumela ayocedelela cause mina angihambile ngabuya and ngishap bazoziphumela nami ngabatshela la intumbeni ukuthi if ngirobhiwe if ngidliwe. But I'm grateful because once I started allowing my illusions to not take over the healing process, life became easier. I remember my first 2 clients. And the rest is history. So don't tell me about Ishoba. Don't tell me about Indumba Ekwele. Don't tell me about you. Who are you spiritually? Who are you spiritually? What are you bringing to the table? What are your ancestors saying about you? That is the most vital, most important thing you can ever find about yourself. So the beauty of spirituality is beautiful. The journey, beautiful, but inameva. There are perks to it, but inameva. That's why I need to being a healer. I shame. Abantu bazibiza ukuthi mina nginedlozi mara elambathali thintwa mina nginedlozi kodwa ivele ngimbhenge it's but awusisangoma. All of us have amadlozi, all of us have spiritual guides, but you're not the chosen one. You're not a sangoma. Can you just give it a rest? Just take your sniff and just leave out of your dilemma. So I've said a mouthful, but I'm leaving you with some thought, food for thought and all of these things. And if you want, take time to get to know yourself, because now you're a new person. So I would not necessarily call it you incorporating ubungoma into your life. It is now understanding that you have found yourself, you have transitioned or circled or gravitated to who you truly were. Who you were before in Twasoyako was a scam, was Hong Kong, was Hong Kong. You're just living a lie because your life was nothing but struggle. And now that you found the answer to why your life was a mess, you can now move better in this world, because you now move from a point of understanding that I am a gifted child and this is who I am and this is how I walk in life. Instead of asking the whys, you will now have the I get it, but why? Instead of saying why. I know there will be days where you're gonna question why you know, because apart from everything else, there is so much light in the spiritual world, but there's also darkness we fight, and those are the things that also you need to be prepared for, because once you put my trust in, they're gonna try it in every direction. They're gonna try a lot of things, and that's a conversation for another day. So never ever make yourself look at yourself like you now have to incorporate ubungoma into your life. Make it, my brother, make it look like it is a one-time situation. You have been who you've always been. Like, it's always like that. It's your new life. Ugogo manje, umkhulu manje, and walk with pride and take it easy on yourself. Stop putting unnecessary pressure. Agna pressure lana. It was like agna time frame elite. If you don't do this by the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna kill you. Or if literally that's not how Idlozi is. Do you, be you, and focus on your gift, focus on why you were called. And like I say, always make sure that you surround yourself with people that lift you up spiritually. You know, I don't have so much of a big circle myself. I have a very few people. I can literally count them. I literally have one or two. I'm just lying to you guys. I don't know how one. I'm so guarded when it comes to my spiritual world. And the biggest advice I can give you as isangoma, never confuse spiritual, how can I put it? Spiritual common, English, shame. Never confuse your spiritual similarities to a friendship with someone. For example, taking every sangoma that you see on the street and turning them into friends, that's gonna bite you in the ass. Protect your gift, have your guard up, especially the first few months after your initiation. Make sure that you are guarded. I don't want isangoma as a friend, and I don't think I'll have one. Tembi is there by default. I want to say that she's just there by default, but I don't have. And also Poor is there, and I look to her as a spiritual mentor, but I don't have sangoma friends. Some people are literally just like it, go make it or break it here, but they never made it, and they become bitter. And when they see you fresh and vulnerable, you will walk Cape to Cairo. You will walk distances you never thought you'd walk, and you'd walk in circles. Delay spiritually so that they can gain from you. So they are also what we call spiritual thieves. So make sure that you have your guard up. Literally, you'll never find Isangoma in Dumbenyam. You never find me chilling with anyone talking life in Dumbenyam. That's the first rule I did for myself. And that is why in Dumbenyam I respect it like that. It will never be a social space or whatever. My gift is not my ticket for socializing. My gift is who I am, but it has nothing to do with why I am your friend. It's not a social currency. So make sure that those levels are brought up, because people that's gonna come to you and tell you that Idlozilako visited them or told them you need to tell that person they're speaking bullshit. Unless you went for a consultation, you gave a person permission, because also with someone communicating Idlozilako, there has to be a certain level of permission. So if someone has just woken up from their sleep just because they wear beads, and they come to you and they tell you that Idlozilako said this to me, or Idlozilako ran to me, or your Josie is whatever, tell them probably Musana must tell you to just go screw yourself, because you're speaking utter nonsense. There's also what we call spiritual consent. People can abuse people they take advantage of people, because people don't know that someone, to access who you are, they need to have spiritual consent. So someone can't just and come dribble you just because they have 15 years in the industry and say, no, I saw your Josie first, or your Josie came to me first. There has to be first a spiritual consent. How do we get there? So people fall scammed to such things because izangoma are very good at smooth talking people. They're very good at lying at this time and age. Ngithi ngathi izangoma izamgoa, because izangoma, literally, we respect people's ancestors. It will never get to that. So I want you to just do that and take this video and listen to it and listen to it and listen to it again, and also share it with someone that also has a spiritual journey awaiting with them. And also be realistic. Let's be realistic. You understand that? Let's be realistic. Being a sangoma is not a get rich quick scheme. Don't go into this because you are. That's why I need uzoba isamgoa. Isangoma, literally, it's not, you know, there's also the complexities and the complications of now moving into consultations and now your pricing. Like, guys, we can speak for days. We can speak for days. But all I can say to you is that I hope Onendlebe uzwile, and I hope today's video was very insightful. Today was not such an easy day for me to film, to shoot. Yeah, it's a lot of things that are happening, but I'm thankful that we wrapped this video up. So don't forget to leave your comments down below, and don't forget to also interact with the channel as much as we can. The more views, literally, we are sitting on over 2 million channel views as a whole. It means people have been coming here over 2.5 million times. That's crazy. That's crazy. You've been seeing the space. That's crazy. So please make sure that you just educate yourself. I did say that we are moving in the right direction this month. It's not going to be an easy month, but we're going to push. We are going to push. We're going to fight. We're going to push. There's going to be trials. There's going to be tribulations. There's going to be tests. But at the end of the day, it's about how you rise from all of those things. So I really love you, and I really appreciate you. And okay, but I'll make those announcements in the coming videos. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate you so much for being a part of this channel and being a part of this channel's growth. So we are here to spit nothing but the truth, even if it's uncomfortable, but the truth is what we are and what we stand for as Abantwana beLozi. So be proud, be bold, and love yourself, you know, and don't think that everyone that wears uplalo or wears beads or amabai, they are sangoma. Some of them are just some goers. They are some goers. So just chill. But to us that know the complexities of this world, literally there's nothing nice, you know. That's why I said, even in yesterday's video, I still say I'll be chilling on some yacht with some rich man eating caviar and giving 0 bucks. Aguna next, like, it's me. Literally. So that's the beauty of things, but we don't choose where you are. But it's okay. I'll eat the caviar in Dumbeni, because I mean, that's what I was saying yesterday, that Josie is gonna give you all the things in life. It comes with time, once they've also seen your responsibility, because also you are entering into a lot of things. And we sango mekaya, where do you stand in the spiritual hierarchy on the tree? I say kaya. Tina, like I said, I inherited sama sekaya. Like, you fit in different things. That's why I say these are conversations between conversations and between conversations. So bazokupha yonke into mara uzoyidlela endumbeni. Labo gogo cabanga nje yonke into mara uhlele ecansini. Hayi shem, hayi no, like kurafu ufuna ukuphithizela, ufuna ukuba ibhedi bathi nasi snave. Like, I can't deal. But anyway, guys, thank you so much from myself, Mpho Abadimu, the advocate of iLozi, uGogo Unkomehlaba, and uMama Gazveli, no punchununut. I will definitely see you on our next video. Power to consistency, because I feel ngiyazama, ngishayeleni izandla, ngiyazama. Yes, Mama. See you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening or what's left of your day, and do come back as many times to watch this video. Don't forget to like. I really appreciate those like buttons. They mean a lot to me. And also, let's do best by looking after our spiritual energies. Sizokula sonke. Don't worry, I got you. Sisonke lala. You're not. You are not alone. Goodbye.